Well, we just came through the gate, so we're heading out here, out along the fence line. Like I said last year, kind of jacked up, excited. I know I don't show the excitement all the time, but I get to do a lot of hunting. I'm blessed in that department of my life. So, I'm just kind of gonna put my time in like every hunter should. Hunt hard, stay positive, and look for, the size doesn't matter, the antler size doesn't matter. Look for the deer that you're happy with. And that's a little side hill. That's what hunting is about. Have a vision in your head of a deer that you think you want to try to harvest, and look for them. Put a little challenge in it. I love challenges during hunting. A lot of people like it to be easy, and I like to make it a hunt. It's all in how you make the hunt happen, and you can control a lot of things that happen, especially when it comes time to keep your cool when a big old buck steps out. And a lot of you guys know about the old buck fever. Hopefully I don't get it. I got too much camera work to do. I'm hunting solo again, and stupid camera. Hunting solo again, so I'll be doing all the filming. So stay with me. It's gonna be a fun week. Well, it's day 2. The sun's finally getting up high enough to start to warm stuff up. It was 11 degrees this morning, so it was frickin' cold. But I've only seen 4 does and a decent buck. He popped out over here, and just by the time I could see a rack on him. He was pretty good sized body, but he's a decent buck, but he wasn't giant. But by the time I got my binos up, he went behind the trees, and they usually come out over here. But this time he didn't. He just must have went up the hill and into the next drainage. So 9 o'clock in the morning on the second day, Becky shot her buck. She saw a lot of movement right at 12:30, 12:45. And we verified the buck that I saw that she did not shoot is the brow buck, brow tine buck. So, and he's big and tall. So kind of looking for him. Here we go. Stay with me. Hope it warms up a little bit. Well, it's day 3. My Nebraska whitetail hunt 2018. Sat all day in this blind yesterday, and I did see one big-bodied buck walk by, but I was looking off to the right, and I glanced over. There was a big buck, big rack. Couldn't tell how big, but big mature body. Thought he was gonna come around and give me a shot out in the open. By the time I got my binoculars up, he'd already gotten behind the trees. Got a deer coming down. A doe and 2 fawns. That's a good sign. But I never seen him again. The rest of the day were just full of does and small bucks. One decent potential 9-point. Right at the last 2 deer, doe and him, and after they left till dark, it was nothing from then on. So we're gonna sit here for another full day. It's Wednesday. I got today, Thursday, and Friday to get my buck and my doe, so hopefully we can be lucky enough to have a nice buck walk around and give me a chance to look at him, number one. See if he's a shooter or not for the property owner. And hopefully get a buck and my doe tag before Friday. Hang tight, sun's just coming up, the animals are moving. Little guy has some mass though. Well, it's almost 12:30 on the 3rd day, Wednesday, and like the weather predicted, it's turning warm again. So I'm having to open up a little, get the heat out, but really not that cold in the mornings either. Saw several bucks, a lot of little ones, well, 4 or 5 little ones, and a potential shooter 9-point that the guy wants. He wants him to be an up-and-comer, but he said I could shoot whatever I feel like shooting. I could have shot him twice this morning, and I'm having a hard time right now wanting to pull the trigger on that buck. But he would be, he's a 3-year-old. He's definitely a 3-year-old, and he's probably going to push in the high 130s, maybe 140 with the mass and width, but got a couple big target bucks. Whether they come out or not, that 4x5, the 9-point, was chasing around a doe pretty good. He took a little doe away from small bucks, so never seen him again. Probably gonna lock down. That's probably where the big bucks are, locked down with does. So we need to wait for them to leave them and cruise and look for another doe that's hot. I'm gonna wait it out. It was real slow movement out of this blind this morning. They were already all past me before daylight. It's the bucks I saw going to the south last night. I seen them to the north this morning, so they came out early this morning from their feeding. So I might try a different location for the morning hunt, just to see, maybe see some different bucks that are holding in a different pocket. I'm not giving up. Still got the evening, and I might relocate to the south tower blind over the food plot, and Maybe try to just kill a doe, get my doe filled tonight. I don't know yet. We'll see. There's a lot of deer that go through here to the south. Food plot for the evening. So we'll see. Stay with me. High Country Carnage, still in Nebraska, trying to find Muy Grande. This doe comes the right way. I think I'll put it down, fill my doe tag. A frickin' buck and another doe. I just tried to reset the zoom to zoom in a little closer on that doe to shoot her tonight. And I got the camera turned back on but didn't hit record. She bolted and I looked down and here's a buck chasing a doe. 4-point buck. Oh crap. Now who knows? I like to get these does on this side of the creek to make it a little easier for me to get them in the truck. Are you kidding me? Well, that's the rut. It's good. I mean, I spotted a buck on the ridge. Watched him do a lick branch and a scrape. And he went down and beat up a cedar tree. And I saw a doe go up behind him, so he must have, that might be him. He must have chased her back down into here, so it's starting to get fired up. It's only 3:30. It gets dark at 5:30, something like that, so maybe I'll get a buck, maybe I'll get a doe. Here we go. Well, it's day 4. My Nebraska whitetail hunt. I'm trying to kill a doe and a buck. I want to kill a doe first. We got one down here. But I just texted the landowner and I told him, I said, this buck's gonna die if he keeps taunting me and teasing me. I mean, he's way outside his ears. He's probably 20 or more inches wide. But I'm waiting for a text back because, I mean, he's a shooter buck in my book, so. And he said, shoot whatever makes you happy. Well, this buck is going to start making me happy here in the next couple hours, so hang with me. See if we get more movement today. So if I'm gonna shoot her, she's gonna have to come down here on the bottom out of the sun, straight on from the sun. You know, sometimes things happen for a reason. Let me get everything jumbled back around and aim it down this way. Maybe even a buck will come out. Dang it! Well, I didn't hit the record button. Gosh dang it. There's my doe. I killed a doe. These does are not easy to kill where you want them. I'll tell you that right now. I got a doe down. But I didn't push the freaking record button. Stupid mistake. Stupid mistake. This little buck's pushed these out of the trees, two adult does. And they ended up right where I wanted to kill one, on this side of the creek. Right below the blind, right below the stand. The one doe doesn't know what happened. The buck doesn't know what happened. They're still standing there. I can't believe I did that stupid move. God dang it. I do everything I can. Everything I can to frickin' get good video and kill shots. And I didn't get it. Ah, dang. But hey, 4 days into hunting, I'm pretty excited. It's cold. My nose is cold. I'm pretty excited. I got my frickin' doe filled. My doe tag is filled. If he comes out, I'm shooting that one. Got him. Got his ass. Got his ass. That's a good buck right there, people. Damn nice buck. Oh, crapola. Alright, I think he's down. High country carnage. I just smacked a big 5x5, 10-point buck. It's the one I passed up this morning, or this afternoon. And I waited on him all day, and I saw him about, it's 2 hours ago. And I knew he was on his does, and I was like, if he comes out across right there, I'm good. The two does popped out. She squatted, peed, and he was in the trees right behind on the other side of the neighbor's fence. We can't shoot him over there, so I had to let him go. Oh! Got me a big Nebraska buck this year. Shot a cold buck last year. I texted the landowner, my buddy, picture of this buck, and he says shoot his ass. So guess what? I waited. It's 5 minutes after 4, and I just put down a great buck. and I got to drag him across the creek, which I don't want, but he was on a mission. So my season's over. I got my doe and my buck the same day, baby. High country carnage in the low country of Nebraska. And I got it done. 4 days of sitting in the stinking blind again. But man, this spot produces. It produces and produces. This is the stand where Becky shot her buck too when I saw the big brow tine buck. This isn't the brow tine buck, but this is a big wide 5x5, and he's frickin' mine. I just pounded him high shoulder. Drop him one shot, baby, and I almost shot him right here on the property when he jumped the fence, and it wasn't recording. So I knew they were gonna pop out. Thank God they popped out. And I knew I had record on, so we're still recording. I'm gonna get my stuff. We're gonna go down there, and I'm gonna show you my first mega 5-point, 5x5, 10-point whitetail that I just got in Nebraska. Boom! What a frickin' season. Bighorn sheep, antelope buck, 6x7 bull, and now a doe and a big buck whitetail. And I'll be heading back home here in a few more days to go chase muleys with a bow. Let's go check them out! Well, here we go, guys. Nebraska whitetail. Hunting for high country carnage out of Idaho. Second year here. I actually got a little cold buck last year, and it was a fun trip last time. Saw a lot of deer even this time, but man, it's just still a lot of little deer, a lot of little bucks. But saw that 9-point, and that 9-point was my on my list too, and the landowner was saying that that I could shoot whatever I wanted, but I mean, this was supposed to be I didn't realize it. I didn't see this the whole time I was looking at him with the sun, and this was one of the prospect bucks, but he said go ahead, gave me the green light, told me to shoot his ass. So I waited all day, sat on him. Man, these things are heavy. These are big body deer compared to our Idaho whitetails. But yeah, it's got a split brow tine. He'll probably be in the 140 class, possibly. Shot it with my 30-06, and one shot on the doe, dumped her, didn't get it on video, and one shot dumped this bad boy. But I don't know what's going on. I'm literally shooting him in the spine, and I'm aiming clear down in the heart to shoot these things. It must be because it's so steep downhill, and the wind is ripping like crazy. So like I said, got a bighorn sheep, antelope buck with a bow, 6x7 bull with a bow. I wanted to try to bow hunt these, but I haven't learned the property yet or learned the deer yet to be efficient in 5 days. So this is a kick-ass buck. I'm proud to get him. He's nice white gray face, big old rut neck, probably a 3-year-old buck is what they call him here. But I'm jacked up, man. I got me a good one this time, and a big dry doe. So stay with us. High country carnage. Like I said, we got a late archery mule deer hunt back home, and we're excited to bring that footage to you also. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and tell people about us if you like our hunts. Our hunts are just a little different. We're not following the path of everybody else out there. So I feel that we've got some good stuff with kill shots, 99% of the chance when we remember to hit the record button. But what a great trip. What an awesome deer. I'm excited. All right. Like I said, this concludes my Nebraska low country whitetail hunt with high country carnage. Yeah, baby. Look at that thing. Split brow tine. Awesome. Jacked up.